record. So, welcome everybody who is joining us on Zoom. Welcome everyone who's joining us on Facebook. It's amazing seeing all these pictures popping up. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn off our little doorbell on here, and I'm gonna mute everybody. There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's get cracking because it is a Monday evening and we've all got stuff to be doing. So I just want to welcome everybody on the call. So we have got this recorded on Zoom. We've also got the Facebook Live as well. My name is Laura Eastwood, if you can't already see my name anywhere. And I'm an independent consultant with Arbon. And I'm here this evening sharing with you the 30 Days to Healthy Living. There are a couple of people that are actually on the call at the moment who have been doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. Some of them for the first time, some of them for the 8th time that they've heard about this, and they're gonna, hopefully some of them might be able to share some of their thoughts either in the comments on Facebook or later on through Zoom as well, and you guys should be able to hear all of that. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I have actually had a bit of a cold myself, so it feels a bit ironic talking about healthy living when I've been a bit poorly myself. But what I know for sure, I'll tell you this very honest story. So December, as we know, December is a season of Christmas, partying, going out, eating lots and lots of different foods, probably a lot of drinking and things that don't serve us. I'm not a big drinker myself, but I do love my food, and I definitely overindulged over Christmas. Every January, myself and my partner, we always say, oh, we're not going to do any kind of healthy living particular plan, because if we're going to do it, we want to do it properly. Both of us have birthdays, we have other family birthdays as well, so we know there's going to be birthday cake and again going out for celebrations. But I have to say, 2 months worth of just not thinking properly or making those good habit choices have definitely taken its toll. We've both had a cold followed by another cold, cough. There's been so much going around, and we just say that. We just make excuses and say, oh my God, it's just this time of year. Everyone's got a cough, everyone's ill. But I know deep down from the education I've received through doing this plan many times myself is that my gut is screaming at me. Because 70% of our immunity is built up within the gut. The bacteria and things that actually help our bodies fight illness and disease is built in the gut. And I know I have been totally abusing my gut, my poor gut. So it literally is screaming at me. So that is my very honest story. I've not been on the plan this month. And you know what? Next year, I am definitely not going to be making that excuse, going, oh, it's my birthday and all this and all that. Of course, I could cheat, but I don't like cheating. But you know what? It's really not worth it. It's not worth feeling this rubbish. So both of us have actually been a little bit poorly over each other's birthday. So you'll actually get to enjoy it. So on with tonight's call, obviously the theme being healthy and being happy, hence the name. Before I share with you a presentation, which will kind of just give you some visual guides, and if you're like me, I'm a bit of a visual learner, that shouldn't be deaf by PowerPoint. Hopefully you'll find this informative and food for thought, pardon the pun, but actually food for thought as to what you could do to achieve a healthier lifestyle. But if I could wave a magic wand through, if I was Harry Potter and could magically make you feel amazing, what would you change? And there's 3 elements to this. What would you change about your appearance, if you could? And we're talking about, healthy appearance and a healthy appearance. So don't talk about dress size and things like that. How would you like to appear? Also, how would you like to feel? And that is just probably more so important, because we're all human beings, we're all unique, we're all individuals. How would you like to feel? And lastly, those 2 things either combined or either one of them, if they were magically created for you, how would that positively impact your life? And I think those are really, really key things. So you might be thinking of joining some kind of diet plan, as most people do, still at this time of year. We're still in the first month of the year. What would you be wanting out of them? And do you realize that this shouldn't just be a period in time? It shouldn't just be a fad. The information you receive whilst doing this is something you can carry with you and actually help you for your future. So you might be in all different ages where you are now. You might be young and we think we're invincible. You might be in your 30s at that point like me, where you're thinking you need a bit of adulting. You might have children, in which case You know, you've got fussy eaters at home, but you're really aware they do need to be healthy. You might be in your 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe in your 70s, and like my parents thinking, well, there's no point changing anything now, yet they're practically rattling with all of the different medication that they need to take. This is education for all of us for our futures, to be able to combat disease, but even just little things like being able to focus better. So I'm going to take you through a presentation by sharing my screen. Those of you on Facebook, I'm not going to be able to share a screen with you, unfortunately. Hopefully this will make sense to you. And also, if any of you on Facebook do want to get hold of the recording so you can see exactly what our Zoom attendees can see, then by all means, send me a message in the comments, or private message me your contact details, your email address, for example, and I'll see if I can get a copy of this to you. So here we go. So welcome. Live an extraordinary healthy life, and your body will definitely thank you for your time this evening. So we've got a little hashtag Arbon Nutrition, or you can hashtag January Shred or January Reset. We've actually had a group doing. So what we're expecting to help you with is understanding nutrition in today's world, what we know now, give you basic information on how your nutrition habits affect general health, a little bit like what we've just been talking about. What are toxins and what does detoxing actually mean? Because this is a word that gets bandied about. Information on the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond program that we've all been excited about. We've had over 1,000 people do this plan this month. It's incredible. And how to maintain the results you will gain from the plan and the Arbon product line. So what does healthy look like to you? So coming back to what you may have said at the very beginning of this presentation, how do you look? Hi, Heidi. How do you look? How do you feel? How do you want to, how these things will actually impact your life? So does it mean waking up feeling refreshed? So some of these things you might add to your what you want to look like. Do you want to wake up feeling refreshed? Do you want to maintain a healthy weight? And this is absolutely key because there are people that yo-yo weight all the time based on the varying different weight loss programs they might be doing. Do you want a sharp, focused mind, have an abundance of energy, have great skin, eyes that sparkle and shiny hair? We start sounding like we're talking about a dog hair, but we're not. And these things absolutely do show when you are in great health. And I've already asked you this question, but if you could change one thing about your health or appearance, what would it be? And how would that impact your life? Some people losing the weight and being more energized, especially if they've got children or they've got pets, means that they can do more with those people. They've actually got a better outlook on life, but it absolutely offsets what you're feeling in your brain. So we said about talking about nutrition in today's world. So things have changed. So unfortunately, my parents going on about just eat what we used to do, you'll be absolutely fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Vitamin C, as we all know, vitamin C is great for us. I was always told vitamin C help combat the cold. I always thought of that with the 2 C's. In today's world, you would now need to eat 8 oranges to get the same levels of vitamin C that 1 orange had 50 years ago. Why is this? Because soil is now over-farmed. The farmers are having to produce lots and lots of produce at times of the year where maybe some of those foods aren't supposed to be grown. So they're having to do different things and go through the soils quicker. That basically means when the soil is over-farmed, that there's less time for the soil to naturally gain the amount of nutrients that they used to have years ago, which were then positive nutrients for all the food that we would then ingest. Obviously, a lot of people think organic is great, which of course is. It's better to not have chemicals on your food. However, even those organic oranges don't have all of the nutrients that we used to have. And I think it was anywhere between 23 to 26 nutrients that we would get in our products, in our foods, naturally grown foods. Nowadays, it's more like 5 or 6 nutrients. So a big, big difference there. Animals are now pumped with growth hormones. So those of you that are meat eaters as well, and you think, you know, having your white meat, your chicken and turkey is great. If you've noticed, there are actually quite big looking chickens, and you know, they're not necessarily naturally that way. If they make the chicken bigger, there's obviously possibly going to be more meat on it. But then that growth hormone is still within your meat when you're going to eat it as well. So really look at where your meat's coming from. A lot of waste products are used now to cut costs. So things like whey, which is a waste product of dairy, is used within foods and things like cheaper protein shakes because it brings costs down, because it is a waste and it's a waste byproduct. So people are obviously having to pay less for that because that's not something you can really sell as high quality, but they get rid of it. Someone else is going to use it. If they can make money from doing that, then so be it. So that's a waste product used to cut costs. We're generally exposed to many more toxins in the world now. If you think about over the last 100 years and how many machines we have now, And we know obviously about pollution. And the thing is, we've created all these things, and we're at an era now where the generations coming through now are having to undo all of the work that's been done before, all of the damage that we're doing to our planet as well. But those toxins obviously have an effect. We have asthmatics and all sorts of people that get affected by fumes, car fumes, all sorts. We generally have busier lifestyles, which is why we've got the above as well. So because we've got busier lifestyles, that means that we're looking for quickness. We're having to work a lot. We might not be getting paid enough. The cost of living's gone up, but wages haven't quite matched it. So we're cutting costs ourselves. So we are looking for cheaper options. But this all has a huge impact, and not in a good way. Medicines are now used to suppress and treat symptoms. And I have colleagues in Arbon, so they are also Arbon independent consultants as well, that are actually GPs. They are doctors. And interestingly enough, I was at a training day on Saturday and heard from a doctor who actually specialised at the time in diabetes and gut health, who actually told us that she's learned far more from the Arbon nutrition line and how the gut really feels when it's healthy, as opposed to when she was a GP. Because a lot of the time, GPs are just trained to treat symptoms. Someone comes in saying how they feel, and a drug is prescribed to help them feel better, or, you know, worst case scenario, an operation. But what if we could combat the symptoms by treating the cause first? And just imagine how much money the NHS would actually save if that's what they were able to do. So the last point on today's world is only 5 a day. You heard that? 5 a day, get your 5 a day in. They plaster it everywhere. It's actually 10 a day, and it always has been. Kind of all the big wigs in the sort of, you know, food industry got together to say what they thought we should have. They thought we probably couldn't handle it, and we would worry if we weren't getting enough. So they told us 5 a day. But what happens is you do your 2 or 3 a day, you think you're over halfway there. In actual fact, you're nowhere near. So all of these things combined kind of have contributed to what's going on in today's world. We've got more diabetes in the world. We've got more problems with weight, overweight, and people going the opposite way, not looking after their mind health, therefore thinking that, you know, they are too big. We've got so much going on about weight, and not enough people being asked, how do you actually feel, and how can you feel better? So we're going to look at the bathtub analogy, and I'm going to read from my notes here. I am not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist, but I speak about this from experience of doing this plan a number of times myself, plus also working with people who are nutritionists, and I said, you know, doctors as well, who also run an Arbon business as well, and they've also done this plan. So we have so many testimonials. So if you are on the Shred group, please scroll through our January Shredders group, because there are a number of testimonials before and afters, and people and how they feel. So the bathtub analogy, this is kind of explain the body and what happens with toxic overload. Our body has a natural detox system. Our skin is one and our gut is another. So if you imagine your body is the bathtub, the tap represents what we take in, and the plug hole is where we eliminate. So if you imagine your bath is running and the plug hole is blocked, not because the plug's in it, but all the gunk and stuff that goes in there, eventually the bath would overflow. This is just the same as if we are ingesting too many toxins and allergens. Our system gets clogged and cannot function efficiently due to toxic overload. We then start not feeling well, and this can come in many forms, from bloating, headaches, muscle ache, skin irritation. I've definitely had loads of muscle ache. That really is my body telling me something's not right. Brain fog, weight gain, sugar cravings, that's me as well, fatigue, diabetes, depression, and many more, and some that are much worse. We then maybe go to the doctor to get some tablets to feel better, maybe ask the doctor for a prescription or medication to treat one of the symptoms, but treating a symptom does not cure the cause of the problem. So my question to you is, if your bath was overflowing, would you turn off the tap, or would you run to get a mop? I know I would certainly turn the tap off. But before the plan, when it came to my health, I was just mopping up around my unhealthy habits, and kind of what I've been doing these last 2 months, making really terrible excuses. This plan will allow you to turn off the tap, eliminate toxins, and therefore make you feel more energized, healthier, and mopless, hopefully. I mean, we all look better when we're not holding a mop. And by cleaning out our system, we will actually benefit more from the healthy foods we're actually eating. So just to explain toxins, because we keep using this word, what does this mean, and what does toxic overload actually look like? So have you ever lost weight and then put it all back on again and then some? Have you ever dieted and been so good but never even lost a pound? Have you ever been a good weight for your body but not felt well? And that's kind of the middle person diagram that the guys on Zoom can see. These are all symptoms of toxic overload. Fat cells in our body are in our body for protection, so the toxins get stored inside a cell. You may have been slim and not felt well, and that was me, because I talk about doing the 30 days healthy living myself, and people around me go, oh, but you don't need to lose weight, you look fabulous. And yes, I am a size 8, and that for some people is amazing, and maybe that's their goal and what they would like to achieve. However, there have been many times where I have been a really good weight, but I have felt terrible. So what happens here is that I might have been taking the toxins, well, I knew I was taking the toxins in. I'm therefore more densely toxic, as the fat cells are not there to protect me, because I was burning them off through the exercise. The other job that I do is I'm a dance teacher, so I was easily burning off the fat, but the toxins were actually having more of an effect on me. So we need to eliminate the toxins so the fat cells don't need to be there, and then they won't return as well when we're allowing our bodies to function properly and therefore feel fantastic. Therefore also helping our body's natural detox system. So a detox isn't something we do, it's helping our body's natural detox system to function properly. And the plan, the 30 Days Healthy Living plan, aims to clean out our system and reboot so it can do its job. So if you've got a dishwasher or a washing machine, something that a machine that is designed to clean, it still needs cleaning itself. We still have to clean out the filters because of all the dirt and things that they're scrubbing off as well. And we forget about doing that ourselves. So we clean our dishwashers, we clean our washing machines, we clean out the fridges that do all these jobs, but we don't clean out our own filters. That's what this is all about. The education that you receive along the way and the newly formed habits help you then to maintain this. And when you start feeling fabulous, you will get addicted to a healthy lifestyle. So signs of toxic build-up of toxicity. So I've just mentioned these, but let's just remind ourselves and tick these off or write them down to remind you. Sugar cravings. Yep, that was me. Low or inconsistent energy, bloating or gas. No one likes to talk about that, but it's definitely a side effect. Caffeine addiction, binge eating or drinking, mood swings, irritability, anxiety. And no, it doesn't just have to be time of the month and PMS problems. And actually, this can help alongside you dealing with those things as well. Brain fog or brain fog or difficulty concentrating, fluid retention, migraines or headaches. So if you've got any of those, it's not just something you have to suffer with. This can absolutely be something you can sort out. So what can you expect from the 30 Days Healthy Living plan? The plan will jumpstart a healthy you. It involves no calorie counting. It's not a quick fix diet or rapid loss program. It's designed to reset your metabolism, help you feel more energized and reduce food cravings and renew your skin. Light exercise is recommended, or continue on the exercise regime that you're already on, but it isn't a requirement. And we actually say is you can't out-exercise a bad diet, as I have done. I've tried doing that, and I actually have exercised loads. I've had, what looks like lean muscles, but I felt rubbish in the morning. I just kept saying I'm not a morning person. I'd still get aches and pains that I would put down to what I was doing. But when I've been on this plan and exercise, I'm like a new person. It is absolutely fantastic. Our hope is that it becomes a lifestyle change that will help you beyond the initial 30 days to a healthy, happy you. And if, like me, you overindulged at Christmas, as we sometimes do, this type of thing can absolutely get you back on track and sort out that natural filter system much quicker than you just trying to do your 5 a day. So what do you get with the plan? You can actually you're only paying for the products in the plan, but we offer so much more around it. You're actually getting 9 products in the pack and a possible free product as well when you become a preferred client, which we automatically do for you on the plan as well, because it works out so much cheaper. You're saving so much more money. The products are actually valued at over £400 and no one pays that. So we'd be happy to hear we can get you absolutely huge discount. Now, on the side of that, so you just pay for the products, but on the side of that, offered to you, for the people that do the full plan, you have access to a private Facebook support group. Some of you may have seen me advertise this in my Insta stories, and it has daily posts every single day, information about what we're doing, information about food. We have a recipe book, we have meal plans, we have meal videos provided for you as well, so you can actually cook along to a video and pause it as well if you can't remember what to do next. And we have, like I said, little recipes as well. We have shake recipes as well as actual food recipes. So remember, this is about eating and what you're taking into your body. through that Facebook group, we're going to teach you how to eat clean, increase your nutritional intake to balance your blood sugar, something really important that gets overlooked in a lot of diets. How to eliminate toxins and allergenic foods that aren't serving you, again, something else that gets overlooked in other diet plans. And Arban's Pure, Safe and Beneficial 30 Days to Healthy Living products will give you all you need during this process. And like I said, it's not just about having the products. If you're worried about it being just a shake diet, it's absolutely not. The amount of food that we talk about is just incredible. And we've also got a little WhatsApp group with some of my team and some of our clients in there, and people just sharing pictures of their dinners. It's amazing. It's given everyone so many ideas, and everyone's really proud of their cooking as well. So it's an elimination diet as well. The top things that we remove are dairy, gluten, refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, artificial colours, flavours and sweeteners. But if you're sort of thinking, oh my God, that's like everything I eat, there are so many replacements out there that is never need to actually feel like you're going without anything at all. So the coaching meal plan, support groups, recipes and education are all freely provided. The only cost to you is the actual products to follow the plan with. And some people find that they end up saving money on this plan because they're not buying all their extra coffees and snack things when they've forgotten to prepare their food. I used to always end up buying meal deals and stuff on the way to and from classes I was teaching because I hadn't prepped anything and I was hungry. And that's the other thing as well. With this, I find that I'm actually filled up for longer as well and not needing all the snacky things and eating what I call empty foods. So things like, a packet of crisps. You feel hungry and you dive for a packet of crisps. It literally does nothing. You might as well be eating air. But there are so many things that you can alternate with. So removing wheat and gluten, for example, like pasta, barley and white rice. Instead, you can eat brown rice, quinoa, and there's something on here we've written, amaranth or millet, and I have never even tried any of those. But this is the beauty of this plan, is that you can learn so many different things and find brand new foods that are healthy for you and also good for you too. So a sample day, and this is very, very diverse, and I would definitely speak to your independent consultant to make sure that you've got the best plan for you. And that's the other luxury, is you have an independent consultant who is willing to work with you on this plan. But you could have a breakfast, which could be a protein or a meal replacement shake with fiber boost in it, and you can also put berries in it, spinach in it. You can make up one of our recipe shakes. It's got loads of other fruits and all sorts of things in it, with a cup of detox tea or a fizz stick. Equally, you could also choose from our recipe book of a healthy breakfast, or if you've got your own version as well that is completely on plan, absolutely you can do that. As snacks, we say try and eat every sort of 3 to 4 hours. A snack, if you need it, could be nuts, a green apple, brown rice cake, berries, hard-boiled egg. At lunch, again, another shake or a non-starchy veggie meal, complex carbs, sweet potatoes, with a small amount of healthy fats. Again, another snack, something that we just mentioned before, and then a dinner as well, which again could be a shake depending on when you wanted your meal. Now, we normally say 2 shakes a day and 1 meal. However, if you're an active person, absolutely eat throughout the day, but just make sure you're sticking to that elimination process. And the shakes, I personally find, if you're a busy person as well, they absolutely help a busy lifestyle. So I've got a 2-year-old boy as well, and I'll always make sure he's sorted out, and then we're off out the house straight away. Sometimes I don't eat it. I used to not eat at all. And actually, I've now got healthy protein bars, which are not part of our plan, but I always have those in the cupboard if I'm really busy. I can make up a shake and know that I'm getting more vitamins and minerals than I would be from a bowl of cereal or 2 slices of toast. So this is absolutely adaptable. It's about eliminating all those toxins. So the Arban price advantage. So the cost per day for the plan. So each day you're going to be using probably at least 2 protein shakes or meal replacement shakes, with a serving of daily fiber boost in one of them or both of them, a greens balance tub as well, which you can add to your shakes, or you might get the body cleanse as well, which is done around the 3rd to 4th week of the plan. You can have 2 energy fizz sticks, which is like our energy drinks a day, and 2 teas a day. You can have 1 or 2, so you actually might still have even more left over at the end of the plan. And this basically would work out as around about £7.62 per day. And if you only have 1 shake or 1 fizz stick a day, it's more like £5 a day. And if you work out all the money you spend on your takeaways, going out for drinks, the snacks and things that you buy from the little, shop corner, it's actually saving you money as well. Plus, you'll also be more mindful of your food. And what I find as well is, especially through planning my food and planning what I'm going to do on a weekly basis, I don't end up just buying things that I think we might use and throwing things away. So in terms of our price advantage, we mentioned becoming a preferred client. This is £25, but this actually makes the Arbon special value pack that we have with the 30 Days Healthy Living 40% cheaper, which is absolutely incredible. Plus, on top of that, you will get free shipping on that order as well. You will also receive a complimentary product, which is from a selected list. There's a couple of nutrition things on there. There's also a few skincare items as well, and maybe some makeup bits. So you can choose a gift on that. Once you become a preferred client, you're actually going to get 20 to 40% off of all of our Arbon products for an entire year as well. And this actually works out less than what your Amazon Prime account would be. So anyone who's on Amazon Prime for all those extra benefits, it's less than that. And then when it comes to your renewal, any products, if you renew and you decide to do the 30 days, that same particular month, for example, you could end up with another complimentary gift as well. We also have an auto ship option as well. So once you've done the 30 days, and although you might not be continuing the plan itself, the full plan, you may decide that you still want to stock up on the energy fizz sticks or a pack of protein. And you could set up a recurring order every 30, 60, 90, or 108 days. And if that particular order is more than £60 SRP, and of course as a preferred client, you'll get the 20% or 40% discount off of that. You get, less than £60, you get a £5 flat rate shipping, which is our cheapest shipping rate. If it's more than that, you get a free surprise full-size product in your order every time it arrives. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's a freebie. Now, the other huge thing, if anybody thinking about the cost and that worries people, this is an investment. So I want to bring you back to the beginning where I asked you, what is this worth to you? How would it make you feel? And if you could continue that feeling through your, the entire week, month, year, the rest of your life, what is that to you? If you could see into your future and knew what illnesses that you were going to have as a result of your current diet and what you have been doing, would you do something about it? So I do want to ask you about the value of that. However, if you're still worried about the value, we have a 45-day money-back guarantee. And that's if you've used the products, if you've opened them. Now, it's 45 days from the moment of purchase. The products normally take 2 to 3 working days to arrive, but that still gives you, on average, from the moment you could start using your products, that still gives you around 40 days to use the products, and then at least another 10 days after you finish the plan to decide whether you've gotten the results you wanted from it anyway. And this is a full refund, not a store credit as well. I couldn't even return a hat without a store credit. It's never even been worn. Now, these are ingestible products as well. So this is quite amazing. So we want to look after our clients and make sure that they're getting the best from it. So you've got all the support. You've got the discount for an entire year. You've got all the products. You've got the Facebook group support as well as a consultant. You've got the free gift and the free shipping. We're literally throwing this at people and making it so affordable for you. Now, what I'm showing on the screen now that the people on Facebook can't quite see are some of the testimonials. However, do have a scroll through the Facebook group because we've got so many more than ones I'm showing you. But these are just a few testimonials from people that have done the plan. We've got Katie Goff on the left, who was a very severe, very sensitive celiac. And the stomach she's showing, where she looks like she's pregnant, she actually used to describe herself as 12 months pregnant, was from severe inflammation of her stomach and her gut. She was getting severe reactions from foods, and it was kind of through discovering the 30 Days Healthy Living and eliminating all these toxins from her diet, she realized she was a celiac, and her after photo is just incredible. But what you can't show in a photo, and what I stress very, very often, is that it's not about size at all. It's about life-changing feeling. So she actually developed an eating disorder, as in not eating anything, because of her problems that she had before. Now she can sit down, have meals with her children. The children are learning about healthy eating as well. And she's got this totally under control. And it's not a case of that she can't have this, can't have that. There are so many things she's now been opened up to. We've also got Pam Wills on the right-hand side of the screen, who's in her late 50s. And Pam, actually, she wrote out a testimonial for us, which I will read out. So Pam is 58. She always believed she was a hippie and had a big bum, and that was just her body type. She had lost weight before, but when she did, she always lost it from places she was already slim, like her neck, face, arms, and chest, but never her bottom half. When Pam did the 30 days, she lost weight from the middle downwards and kept it off. She was never hippie or pear-shaped. What Pam was holding was a lot of toxins in her body that kept hold of the fat around her middle and bottom half. When she eliminated the toxins, the fat went with it. She lost 1 stone on the plan in 30 days and went on to lose a further 7 pounds from newly formed habits that the plan had created for her. Absolutely amazing. We've also been helping people on the plan that have got, muscle aches, back aches, people that have general unwell-being. Heidi, who I'm showing here, she's had, severe back problems for a number of years, and just being healthy generally helps with that. We've had people on fibromyalgia as well, which absolutely, they're in pain every day. We've had people that have done the plan who would say that their general pain, on a day-to-day basis out of 10 was a 10, and actually doing the 30 days healthy living has reduced that pain level to a 2 or a 3. For them, again, absolutely life-changing. So please don't underestimate this. Please don't think that this is I don't want to mention too many other names, but this is, one of those slimming groups where you go and get weighed, once a week and a certificate for losing so many pounds. This isn't something you have to do, with other people, for other people. If you're proud of it, absolutely share it. However, it's about how you feel and maintaining this. I've also got my results here that I'm showing as well, because I'm someone that, people would look at me and wouldn't need to think I lose weight. For me, I can't get across in my photos how it made me feel, but I absolutely 100% would recommend this for anybody. It doesn't matter what shape or size you are. You can still see that I actually toned up. In this particular month, I was doing hardly any exercise because we had exam sessions on, but I still had, I still got a more toned tummy in my after photos, and I lost it around my hip area as well, because if I do put on any weight, I get little muffin tops coming over the top of my skinny jeans. Sorry, just skipping through these. So just skipping through these, we've got people that 30 days healthy living, before and afters. Sorry, my pictures are covering over some of the afters there. This was a mummy tummy. This is actually over a few months, a 6-month period from doing the 30 days healthy living, but keeping up some of the habits. And that's the great thing. It's not mean you can't have cake ever or a glass of wine ever, but the fact that you feel so good on this plan means that you kind of want to keep that feeling and maintaining it. So again, just a few more before and afters of people and the amazing results they've had as well. And just coming to the end of this now, I was saying, remember, eat better, not less. And healthy is not a size, it's a lifestyle. Just going to stop sharing my screen with the guys on Zoom. So where do you see yourself with this? Do you see the value in this? Do you understand kind of the process behind this? If you have any questions, please honestly ask me. Very quickly before we finish, I just want to see if anyone on Zoom wants to just quickly share their experience, because some people are on week 4 at the moment. Jen, are you free to speak? Yeah, I'm just going to unmute you. Take it away.
Hello. Yeah, so I am on week 3 now. So yeah, that's today. So I did the cleanse last week, which was amazing. Like you said earlier, for me, it was more how I feel rather than the weight. So I did have a goal of 0.5 stone, and I've already hit that. I've actually lost 8 pounds in 3 weeks.
Amazing.
And also it's really helped my IBS. So
wow.
If anyone suffers from IBS, they know how much pain they can get, how bloated you can feel, and sometimes I could have so many cramps I'm actually doubled over in pain. And it's actually completely eliminated that. I haven't had one IBS attack.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
About toxins and anxiety, because I've actually been really less anxious this month, and I didn't realise what that might be down to. But again, it could be my diet. Yeah. So I was a big coffee drinker. So
well, that's the thing. Like we've been talking about, the whole gut health is actually a lot to do with. It does affect your brain. It affects your mind as well. So they actually say, like, obviously we've got the immunity in there as well, but the chemicals that can be produced in the brain, and a lot of that can come from your guts. That's why I was saying it can help with moods. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Jen. Heidi, I can see Heidi on the call. Heidi, if you're free to speak at all, are you, Heidi? Let me unmute you. There you go. Take it away, Heidi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm day 22, and yes, feeling great. This is probably the 5th time I've done the plan. I actually follow the plan 80-20 when I'm not on it, which is very simple to do. By that I mean I use my 2 smoothies a day and my main meal, and weekends I allow myself, if I want to, a takeaway, a sneaky G&T, and I'll just say I'm on soda. That's just soda, water and lemon, by the way.
But it looks classy.
I have to put it in the gin glass, you know. But no, for me, same as Jen, IBS, no more, and that's why I continue with the Digestion Plus, which is part of the package. No more asthma, and you know, I'm not doing a medical claim, but to me, my asthma, I haven't had my inhaler for, gosh, I did the plan the first time June 2017, and I haven't used my inhaler since. So, and I've also come off antidepressant amitriptyline to help me sleep. So none of that since June 2017. And touch wood, I cannot remember the last time I had a cold.
Mm.
I was thinking about that too.
I would definitely, like you say, you know, we're not making any medical claims here, but this is why we do want people to speak out about their experiences, because this is what it's all about. People want to know real people and real experiences. But like you say, I just feel some people just need to look into what they are ingesting before they run to the doctors. Because the doctors are not trained. We hear it from our friends that are doctors. They're not trained to delve into, they don't have the time to delve into what you're doing and what you're eating on a daily basis. I would just really recommend people look at what they're eating.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I did it, I didn't do it for weight. I was just very, very low, but I lost 11 pounds. And in the week after, which they say often you can lose the weight, I actually lost another 3 pounds. So I lost a stone the first time, and I've just maintained. So this month, you know, I have lost another pound today, but that's just my excess Christmas indulgence coming off. But it's more about how you feel. For me now, I know through Christmas, I had horrendous stomachache from just enjoying Christmas, but I knew I was eating things that didn't like me. And it teaches you about your body and your allergens. And I think that's just so important. And like you say, doctors teach you that.
What would you say to people thinking about the value of this? Like, you know, if they're wondering, oh, you know, it's a big investment, what would be your sort of on that?
I would say I've actually, especially this time, more, I'm not sure why, I think it's because my partner's kind of eating the same meals as me in the evening, but I actually spend less on groceries because, for one, the rest of the girls at work are popping out to a well-known coffee shop and getting sandwiches and coffee and, you know, and I just go along. I've got my smoothie and I've got my snacks. You know, you buy a dozen eggs and you boil them up and you've got your snacks. Or, you know, it's just cheap. I think it works out cheaper because once you get your helpful shopping list and things like that, you just have things in your cupboard. And definitely, I mean, I went shopping today and I ended up getting less because you see people fill in their trolleys with processed food and it costs so much more. And then on top of that, if you're getting a meal deal or something quick, it doesn't work. It works out more expensive. So I would say it's what's your health worth, and value-wise, it's a win-win. It really is a win-win. So
amazing. Thank you for sharing. We've also got Kate on the call as well, but we've got a couple of minutes left on the call. So Kate, in 1 minute, could you sum up your experience? You're right there, Kate.
My phone is completely playing up. So
that's all right, no worries.
In 1 minute. So I did the plan first time. Ignore the first time. I've done it so many times I've actually lost count. But the time that made the most effect to me was when I was ill with glandular fever. So I was ill for 6.5 months and I couldn't get out of bed. I just didn't know what to do. And then one day I realised, I thought, maybe the plan will help. And now the doctors had given me steroids, they'd given me this, that and the other, and obviously with glandular fever it's about time, etc. But what actually I found that within 30 days I went from being in bed, not being able to do anything, to fully back to actually starting to work again, which for me was just absolutely huge because for 6 months I've been bedbound and I couldn't do anything. So that's me. And since then I've also lived 80-20 and I've actually found out that I'm dairy intolerant and a little bit gluten intolerant. It's lovely. Bad skin is because I had a little bit of chocolate.
It starts showing up. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. It's very honest, sort of, you know, we talk about really personal things. So honestly, I want to thank you guys that have shared those particular things, and hopefully it makes other people feel confident as well to share. And this is something we need to talk about rather than just hiding it, because we could be helping so many more people. So I want to thank everyone for their time. I have recorded this call, so for those of you on Facebook that want to see what everyone on Zoom was seeing, or any of you on Zoom, or people that couldn't make it, obviously we can send this to people as well. We'll make it shareable for you all. But thank you so much, and here is to a happier, healthier 2019. I can't wait to be on the plan myself. February. I've actually already started, to be fair, so I can't bear being ill anymore, and it is definitely a sign.